Well, I think it's been a typical preseason. Some limited practices due to the weather, but I think we're moving in the right direction right now. We've gotten through 2 scrimmages. It's a tough build. It's just never easy, and I've tried to explain that to the guys that it's a day-to-day process. We got to come prepared to practice every single day, and the days that we come mentally prepared, physically prepared, we get better. Unfortunately, we're still dealing with 18 to 22-year-old guys at times, and they've got a lot going on in their lives. Not only with school and all that stuff, but the pandemic has certainly been still prevalent. But when we get out there and we do what they're asked of, we're moving in the right direction. So I kind of like where we are right now. We'll certainly see when we step on the field, and it's it's go time on Saturday. And but I like the direction of the team right now. I still think I like what we have at the midfield. I really do. Maybe not a ton of depth right now, but I returning Kevin Albright. Certainly, I think one of the better players in the conference. Just a dynamic midfielder, really can do it all. Lefty, just big, strong, can get to really good spots on the field. So he's certainly a strength for us. I like what Mikey Brown does at the midfield as well. As a converted attackman, is playing at the midfield now, and just gives a really just good stability with that group. And you got a nice freshman that's stepping up right now in Spencer Dean. So you like the group. We need a little bit more depth there. I think some guys are fighting for some spots on that kind of that second line there. But I like the group. The attack is once again a little thin, but I like the group as well. I think the offense is a strength without a doubt. We've been a little inconsistent through the first part of the season here, but I thought it came together a little bit the other day in the scrimmage, and I like where the group's going. On the defensive end, I think it probably starts in the goal. I like certainly the 2 pieces right now with Shane Murphy and Tim Livingston kind of fighting it out right now. Nick Bailey's doing a good job as our third guy right now. The defense has got some depth actually. So we like kind of a little bit where we are there. Joey Jarowitz is a returning starter. Corey Barrera has done a really good job through the first part of this season. Still trying to find that third spot right now. We got some talented freshmen, a couple talented returners there, kind of fighting for that spot. So I think we have some depth at that position. So once again, we like where it's kind of going. We'll see where we are when once again we're going for a real test. Well, I think most of the guys, we've talked about this, and you don't have to be a captain to be a leader, right? So we're kind of not only asking that from our returners, we're trying to ask it from everybody. But if you want to talk about guys specifically as a returner, certainly our 2 captains are Kevin Albright and Mikey Brown. They've just offered awesome leadership to those pieces. They're a little more on the offensive end, with that leadership piece. Looking for someone to develop a little bit on the defensive end. I've got a couple guys that I think have done a good job in moving in the right direction from a leadership component, but it's so critical, right? The leadership piece is a key component to keeping the team together, and really honing in on what we're trying to do as coaches and trying to relay that also to the team in terms of how important what we're giving them actually is. Yeah, so I think from the offensive end, you've got Spencer Dean, like I spoke about, who's done a really good job at the midfield. We think he could be, a pretty dynamic midfielder eventually. Midfield is not an easy position to break in at. Not only does he have offensive responsibilities, but he has defensive responsibilities. That's a little bit of a work in progress, but he's moving in the right direction there. We really like that piece to him. I really, on the defensive end, we like what we have there with some of the freshmen that have come in. I think David Hill's done a good job. Ben Olmstead has done a good job. Not sure exactly where we're going to put them, but they're going to be guys they're going to be tough to keep off the field, I think. Zach Emmel's done a really good job as well early in the year. So I like where we're going, with some of our freshmen. It's not easy. College lacrosse is night and day compared to high school lacrosse. It's just faster. There's just more attention to detail, and they're catching up with the speed. The game's starting to slow down for them a little bit, so we're excited about where our freshman group is going. Well, I think certainly the goal is to, like, number one, get better every day, right? And I know that's cliche, but it really is true. Can we get better, a little bit better every day? I'll get really too caught up in where we're going to be in May. I think the capability to be in a playoff spot again is certainly there with this group. It's not been the easiest of lifts here, through the starting a program and basically first year was COVID year, last year was a little bit of a condensed year as well. We don't have enough experience. That's just my biggest piece to kind of saying maybe where I think we should be come May. But I think the fight for a playoff spot would be the goal again, and see where it shakes out at the end then.